Ooh, hoo, hoo. But I want to. Little muffin. Little itty bitty piano. Warner Brothers. Do do do. Ooh. Oh my. Bit of a cloudier start today. Very low clouds as well. I mean, check it out. It's just wrapping around the mountain. There we go. Visibility isn't as good, but it still looks warm out there, to be fair. I can still feel the heat from this window. It is 9 in the morning, and today we have a deluxe studio tour at Warner Brothers Studios, about 10 minutes away. So I've done their normal studio tour, I've done their plus studio tour, and this time, for the very first time, I thought I'd do the deluxe one, which apparently is about 6 hours in total. I think it's something like 3 hours worth of guided tour, followed by 1 hour of this special lunch they put on for you, and then 2 hours self-guided through like the last building and whatnot. So essentially a 3 hour tour plus 1 hour lunch, and then however long you want to take through the last bit. So yeah, I'm interested in seeing what new things I see. I'm limited to what I can film. I can't film during the tour itself, but there are various locations where I can. So I'll do what I can. I'll show you as much as possible, and I think there are some areas I can take pictures, so again I'll take pictures and then I'll throw them in and you can see what I'm seeing basically. So yeah, to see what they allow us to do. But anyway, let's get to the car and let's drive to Warner Brothers Studios. Okay, remember, P2 level 3, because I will forget. But after a very short 10-minute drive, we are here. It's 20 past 9, our tour's at 9:30, so just heading towards the elevator to go down to the lobby, get ourselves checked in, and the tour will begin. Ooh, this has changed a little bit since I was last here. Ooh, spooky, spooky. The It character. Ooh, hoo, hoo. So they have a holding area here as well with all sorts of bits and pieces. And the nice little water tower as well. I could go straight to the back because I got my tour in 5 minutes. But I want to. Model soundstages. Got my massive tour badge though. Huge. I could do with a drink of water. Do you reckon it has any inside it? Got a little lounge area before the tour. Simple breakfast, a little muffin.
Have you ever seen anything like this? No.
Wow, look at this! Standing on the back line. This is where the magic happens.
That's Kong. We call him Gojira.
Well, trust me, they're just monsters of good PR.
Buenos dias, senor.
Okay, so kicking off our tour, we were shown these buggies for Continental Studios, which is a fixed studio. It's part of a TV show called, I think it's called The Studio, and they're all over the place, just sort of parked up and being used and whatnot. We're then shown the inside of a cabin, and we're told what films are being used, or what films are made in it. Now, I can't remember for the life of me what films, but the interesting thing with this is parts of it were made to look like an attic. The raised bit on the left-hand side was in a film as an attic, even though it wasn't. It was just, the actual thing is just a barn. And you see our tour guide Freddie here just sort of demonstrating, putting his acting skills to the good test, demonstrating what was filmed and how it was done. And you see him there even more animated. You can see here as well, this is one of the TV shows, I think, well, True Blood. You can see True Blood being made. That is a still from True Blood, and you can see that is the actual building itself. The main difference being it's not obviously all decorated up, as you see in the actual TV series, but that is where it was filmed. And the same goes for a lot of this stuff. There's a lot of these sets, they're undressed as you go around during the tour. It's rare that you see something dressed up, although we did during our tour, but it goes through a massive transformation. That there as well is a lake that usually is empty. We were very fortunate enough to watch it being filled up, and it can be temperature controlled as well. So it's not freezing cold for the actors. They are able to heat it, but it was currently being filled up for reasons unknown. There you go there as well. More of it getting up. Takes about 8 hours, I think they said, around that, and I think it takes even longer to drain. And there is another little cabin. You also see the our tour guide Freddie in the mirror there. I just didn't realise when I took the picture. And various houses as well. You get a lot of these houses on location, which some of them are real houses as well. That they actually have production crew and writers and all that sort of stuff that work inside. But the outside can be used for any sort of filming, which is really clever. And you have various fake sets as well. These are just external sets. When you walk through those doors, there's nothing on the inside. There's loads. We basically saw loads on this. We had so much time going around seeing all the different areas they have and different sort of buildings they have that can be made to look like different things or different locations across the US or across the world. This is one of the insides of these fake buildings, some of which can be used if again dressed up for stuff, but as you can see, this one here is just looks like a climbing frame, to be honest. But yeah, as you can see, it's just rather hollow on the inside. And there's a few bits and pieces as well left behind. I'm surprised we were allowed in here because there's cables everywhere. There's lots of trip hazards. But we were. The floor is very uneven as well because, again, it's not an actual building. It's just built on the dirt. So nothing is sort of leveled out. So it is all very bumpy. And there's been various things filmed here. Again, I can't for the life of me remember all the things filmed in these locations, but looking at this, you may recognize certain bits and pieces. But this is where it's really good to go on the tour. If you are a massive film fan or a TV series fan, go on the tour and you'll be surprised at how much has actually been filmed in these areas. And then more looking down at the sets. All these buildings are fake. There's nothing on the inside really. There's basically nothing to them. They're primarily facades. And again here, you have a bit of an internal stuff, but it's just a shell with a massive aircon sort of big sock thing to help keep the actors cool when they're inside. And again, more of the external areas. A scene from Friends, the one with George Stephanopoulos. Season 1, episode 4. I remember that scene from watching Friends, and there it is. There is the location. That's where it was done. This is something that is currently dressed. Again, I completely forget what show it's for, but this is being used as a school at the moment, where I think previously it was used as a train station, perhaps. There's shops and stuff that are decorated up now with, things you can buy and prices and whatnot. So that's a difference. Obviously, they've gone through and decorated it for this particular series. And you can see in the school as well, they've got a bit of trickery. Again, it looks a lot better when you actually have it on camera of the right angle, but they have a picture of a corridor rather than an actual corridor. You can see it's basically nothing to the actual thing itself. And there is the Friends sofa itself in front of the fountain, where you can do your photo shoots. And a picture of the Warner Brothers water tower in the distance. And again, this big old sort of Capitol building type thing, nothing in it. Again, it's just a facade. Another area that I think was also about to be all dressed up as well, for something winter related, I think, or Christmas related, I think is all being done up. And then a view down across the stages themselves. Obviously, all the sound stages are there. One of the questions that I asked is, because Hollywood's not getting that much work these days because of taxes and prices and blah, 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 do they have too many sound stages? And the answer is yes. They tend to have too many these days. It's not really being used all that much. There's many for TV shows, never for films. And then here's the plaque for stage 27A, and you can see some of the things that are made on there across features and television. And I asked as well what allows it to go on there, and for a feature it has to have a certain level of success, and a television has to run for a certain number of seasons in order for it to actually get its slot. You can't just make any old piece of rubbish and then have your name up on this on the plaque, which makes sense. We then went into the costume department itself, which was very much cameras down for this. I think it's the only area across the entire tour where we weren't allowed to take pictures, I believe. And then again, just looking at more stages, stage 15, stage 20. We then went into one of the sound areas where they do the sort of the dubbing and the mixing and all that sort of stuff, and they showed us Wonka one of the ending scenes from Wonka, and they showed the examples of how it was mixed with the music, the dialogue, and all the sound effects. They played it several times with different pieces to show how it all works. Then we had lunch itself. We went on to lunch itself, and we had some Caesar salads or Capri salad, and then onto the entrees itself: salmon, pasta, chicken tenders, which is what I had, a burger, flatbread, and then we had a selection of cakes and cookies and stuff. And you can see there, very, very simple, but it was very tasty. It was very good just to have some easy tenders and chips. I had some bread as well, some warm bread. Then after lunch, we had a little look at this, sort of like a painting, really, the studio, which shows what is currently being made across the studio itself, where all the stages are being used on, which is quite good. Another thing for stage 18 itself, you can see the Joker has been the most recent film that's filmed there, and nothing's been in it ever since. So there's a running joke that the Joker has sort of plagued this stage. And there is a stage, I can't remember if that is the one, I think this might be actually, I think that might be the same stage that the Joker filmed in at the moment. It's just got loads of tables and chairs, but there is an empty stage sat there waiting to be used for something. And then randomly the It character, because there's the It TV show coming out soon, which obviously is Warner Brothers. And then we went through the wood shop, where they just obviously build all of their sets and stuff, and they then ship them over or shift them over to the stages themselves to be sort of assembled. And yeah, you can just see there's just lots of stuff going on, really. Quite clever how it's all being done, but there we are. And then we end up at the prop department itself, which is massive, a huge building filled with all sorts of stuff. And there's some like random light post type things. Again, not real ones, but they do light up if you wire them in, because they have got power. And then yeah, it's just filled with the most random items you've ever seen. They had some Halloween stuff, but most of it was not there because it was being used by Universal or whoever else may have rented like all the dead bodies and stuff to be placed in the houses. There's a random cat. Loads of chandeliers. That was the Oval Office, which, you know, it's pretty good. This was really interesting as well. I didn't realise this, that they used sort of animatronics for Smith in The Matrix when he's duplicating himself. And these are some of the old ones that would actually move as well somewhat. I definitely would now these days, but back when it was being filmed, these animatronics would move the face slightly. So yeah, interesting. More sets of stuff set up to get. There's a cake there as well, which is random. It's obviously fake. And then to wrap things up, the Warner Brothers logo on the side of the stage. Well, made it to Central Perk. That has been a very, very lengthy tour. It's now 2 p.m. So we started at like 9:30, 10 o'clock, whatever it is. Now 2 p.m. with lunch. Now I get to wander around and actually get some footage. Oh, from Space Jam. And the Minecraft clothing. And there is the friend set if you want to have a little photo done. They used to do scene reenactment here as well, I'm sure. Classics. A little itty bitty piano. Got some bits and pieces of the Big Bang Theory as well. The cafeteria area. Oh look, some hand sanitizer. The apartment itself. And the elevator out of order. But yeah. You can even use some of these sets as well to recreate some scenes. They have a Batmobile. They have a broom. This is really cool as well. Some miniatures from The Matrix. And back out into Central Perk, basically a little gift shop ahead. And I can get a snack here with my card, but I don't know if I'm really that hungry. And that's the first part of the guided tour done, or self-guided tour, solo, whatever it is. Now we'll go on to the next area. And this is the final part of the self-guided tour, where you see lots of superhero stuff and Harry Potter and all that sort of magic. Warner Brothers! Oh, the new Superman as well, with the old trunks. Oh, I want it. I really want that. Yeah, Wonder Woman. Oh, check out all the different Batman costumes as well. Loads of them. Oh, and Shazam, randomly. Superman Cape Central. Doo-doo-doo. What's this spooky thing? Oh! Oh dear. Aquaman? Whatever that's supposed to be, I forget what it's supposed to be. More Batman related things. Oh, and some more Batmobiles as well. The logo in the background. That's a beast of a car that is. Look at that. Oh, it's huge. It's very wide. And the bike itself, for whatever reason, has got a bit of a video going on of the garage. Woo! Got even more costumes as well. Oh, that's a classic. And now we go into the Wizarding World. Someone misplaced their car up there. What the hell's going on here? Got lots of different potions and different bits of spice. Maybe a little bit of rice. Ooh. And if you want to be sorted by the hat, you can come here as well and it'll tell you where to go. And then down there is my favourite sort of bedroom, under the stairs. Ooh. And all the letters that come flying through the fireplace. Oh my, who is I? Well, that concludes things here at Warner Brothers. There we go, it's a fantastic tour. That Deluxe Tour was amazing. Very, very long day. I was sort of weaving around the gift shop, trying to find a way out. Positively do not open. Yeah, you bet. Okay, so this is confusing. P2 level 3. I forgot when I got on the lift. What is it? Parking 2 or 3? Thankfully, I remembered the duck. I can't remember his name. That's terrible of me. No, it's not. I'm terrible with names. Here we go. Is this someone's parked next to me as well? All the parking spaces available. It's not busy here today. And someone comes next to me. Really? It's always a long way up this car. Yeah! And back in the hotel room. That's been really good. Yeah, it's a shame that I couldn't film a lot of it in real time. I've had to take loads of pictures and then just talk over it and try and remember all the things that I was told. And I probably did a poor job because there was a lot. The tour guide we had was fantastic. He was brilliant, so knowledgeable. And he's only been doing it 2 years as well. I've done all 3 of the different tour types now at Warner Brothers. The regular studio tour is like an hour. The Plus, which is 2 hours, and then the Deluxe, which was like half a day. With lunch, with a full-blown lunch, which is fantastic. So that was a really, really good day. Thoroughly enjoyed that. I'll definitely be doing the Deluxe Tour again going forwards whenever I want to go back again, because it's always changing there, it's forever changing. But my day is not over. I still have Halloween Horror Nights to come. Today I'm going to be going around the park with an express pass to some of the houses, maybe not all of them, and you know, maybe try some of the food places and see some of the scare zones and just get the vibe. So I've got about 4 or 5 hours to kill before I'm going to head in there. I'm not going to go in for the straight when it opens. I'll leave a little bit when it maybe quietens down and wanders around. Hopefully it's not too busy as well, being a Thursday. We'll see. But yes, so a little bit of a nap for me now, I think, in preparation for tonight's antics. So, oh!